Milwaukee. While there are no confirmed cases of the disease in the U.S., head of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, Dr. Mehmet Oz, says the nation is taking precautions ahead of the FIFA World Cup, which begins next week and will bring millions to the U.S. from around the world.
We have very purposefully put up testing tools and mechanisms at the major airports that people will be traveling through.
Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
A man in Racine has been arrested after an investigation for possession of child pornography. 20-year-old Brian Ayala has been charged with 16 felony counts after investigators received a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and seized multiple devices from his home. He was arrested near 25th Street and Jean Avenue in Racine this morning. He is currently being held on a $250,000 bond. And major enhancements are coming to the 911 dispatch center in Milwaukee. Director of the Department of Emergency Communications, Tony Bueno, says come October, residents will be able to text 911. He tells WTMJ.
There's a whole revisioning of what we're doing with public safety communications. We're going to introduce a new citywide non-emergency number that offers an opportunity to be to be transferred to dispatch. We're going to introduce new technology that will get us better location information for the callers.
Bueno says in addition to texting, the center will also roll out real-time transcription software and translation capabilities. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 6:03.
When we were kids on the farm growing up, there was a wheat, Yellow Rocket, but we always slanged it mustard.
Ben and Arvid Huth, brothers and owners of Penny Mustard Furnishings.
Dad didn't want the mustard on the farm.
No.
It was kind of invasive. Dad would just have us pick them. We would go in through the hay fields and we'd walk in the hay fields and we'd pick those fields clean. And he paid us a penny a plant.
Yeah.
Somebody had seen the story about us picking mustard.
One of the people that was submitting names.
One of the people
that
was submitting names for the contest submitted the name Penny Mustard. Actually, 2 people submitted that name.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of crazy names submitted.
Gosh be darn, who's Furniture Barn? I remember that was one submission we had.
When we narrowed it down to 50 names or so, we kind of just looked at it and I'm like, there it is. This is it. It's Penny Mustard.
It was glaringly obvious to us.
See more at pennymustard.com.
In hindsight, I'm not sure if Dad cared about the mustard or he just wanted to keep us busy.
Yeah. In hindsight, I think he wanted to keep us busy.
Smart.
Experience 90 years of history this week at the Fox and Hounds, the Up North Timbered Supper Club near Holy Hill. WTMJ's John Mercure here. It is my favorite place. Make some great memories at the Fox and Hounds. The Friday haddock fish fry is all you care to eat and one of the best. All other dinners are buy one, get one free. The pan-fried walleye, that's so good. The pecan-crusted salmon, my wife loves that. The spinach and cheese tortellini, the surf and turf, any entree, all buy one, get one free. Try the ribs. Desserts are buy one, get one free. Relax with an old-fashioned. Choose from 20 bourbons, more than 120 wines from around the world. Rustic bar, 8 unique dining rooms. The Fox and Hounds cuddles the Kettle Moraine Forest near Holy Hill. The summer drive is a Wisconsin must-see. Escape from your kitchen with a free dinner at the Fox and Hounds, serving from 4 p.m. Dine early. Saturday, buy one prime rib dinner, get one free. Enjoy Saturday lunch from 11 till 2. Visit foxandhoundsrestaurant.com. Call and reserve your free dinner.
Time for WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The first-place Brewers start a 3-game series against the Rockies in Colorado tonight. The Miz is expected to pitch sometime this weekend, which can be a challenge for pitchers at higher elevations. Brewers President of Business Operations, Rick Schlesinger, tells Wisconsin's Morning News.
From a perspective of oxygen, I mean, you're going to be gassed, so he's going to have to recognize that he's going to get a little tired probably sooner than you would think, because when you're at this elevation, you're just not going to have as much oxygen going into your bloodstream when you're trying to pitch 103. So, but he's a smart guy. He's a competitor, and I expect that he'll figure out a way to overcome some of these oddities about playing in such high level.
Brandon Sproat will take the mound for the Crew for tonight. Our coverage starts at 7:05 right here on WTMJ. The Packers are entering the final stretch of their offseason program with mandatory minicamp starting next Tuesday. And Game 2 of the NBA Finals tips off tonight at 7:30. The Knicks lead the Spurs 1-0. You can hear the game on 94.5 ESPN. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Looks like on I-94 West, about half a mile past the ramp from Highway 164, the left shoulder is blocked due to a crash. Traffic seems to be flowing pretty normal, though. Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy and humid. Chance of showers and storms mainly later. A low 65. Saturday, partly cloudy, warm and humid. A high of 81. Sunday, partly cloudy. A high of 75. Monday, mostly cloudy with rain likely. A high of 72. Tuesday, chance of early showers. Partly cloudy, very warm and humid. A high of 81. In Madison, it's 76. In Green Bay, it's 80. And in Milwaukee, 73 degrees. I'm Jen Gregg. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 6:07.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Happy Friday. Thanks for joining me on What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Before Brewers baseball in about an hour, it's Broadway. The Super Bowl of the theater world happening Sunday night. And in this next hour, you're going to find out many Wisconsin connections to this year's celebration of excellence in live theater at the 78th Annual Tony Awards. And the reasons to watch, even if you're not hanging on every single winner's announcement, Pink is hosting the show. That means there's going to be spectacle, acrobatics, and something worth watching. Milwaukee native and Tony Award-winning actor Anthony Crivello, he is calling in from California in just a few minutes with his insights on the Tony Awards experience and his picks to win awards on Sunday night at 6:35. Skylight Music Theater Executive Director Susan Varela, who made her debut on Broadway as Fantine in Les Miserables, she's going to join me live in the WTMJ studio with her insights and picks and your personal invitation to the Skylight Music Theater Tony Awards watch party at the Cabot Theater, where I will definitely be. But first, someone to root for on Sunday, the Milwaukee man nominated for a Tony Award for Best Sound Design of a Play. His name is Josh Schmidt. You've seen his name in many playbills all around the Wisconsin area, and he created the sound design for the play Bug on Broadway. And Josh visited me on What's on Tap on the day of the Tony nominations. I got him fresh with his reaction, and he's a very calm, cool, collected man. He's really interesting and has such an experience and, is auditory, like really creates these soundscapes. And I share with you now a highlight of that conversation. First, what Bug is about, to give you an idea of how important the sound design is to create atmosphere and building tension for this. Bug it's a psychological thriller by Pulitzer Prize winning playwright Tracy Letts. And it happens all in a motel where there's a woman who winds up coming across this mysterious drifter, and they're connected, but then they kind of go down this rabbit hole of different conspiracy theories and paranoia. It's a really interesting show that the Constructivist Theater just staged last month. But on Broadway, it got 4 Tony nominations, and here is Josh Schmidt sharing the journey of Bug from small stages to Broadway and what the essence of the play is, starting with how very intense actor Michael Shannon was originally involved.
First of all, I have a history with this play because my friend Michael Shannon, the play was written for him, and the play premiered with him in mind as the male protagonist in London at the Gate Theatre in 1996. Then it ran, this is where I first met all of these people who would become very influential in my life, Tracy and Michael.
Tracy Letts, the playwright.
Tracy Letts, yeah. Yes. I went to see it when it was at a Red Orchid down in Chicago in my youth, 25, 26 some years ago. This is technically the same production with some significant tweaks to the visual style that we did twice before at the Steppenwolf Theater. And it's the first time, to our knowledge, that the play has been produced in this size venue ever. When it was done at Red Orchid and at the Gate, these are 50-seat theaters. And I guarantee you, I had this conversation with Tracy while we were doing this. He's like, I never had Broadway aspirations for this play. And it's because it's so confrontational. I think people mistake it that it's going to be some sort of horror or body horror thing, which it really isn't. It's really an examination of the intersection between loneliness and despair, substance abuse, and mental illness. It's a very dangerous cocktail that just sort of explodes. When he wrote this play, this was in the early days of the internet, and he spent hours upon hours in dark internet chat rooms talking about things that now sort of blanket conspiracy theories today. And it's amazing to hear these people speak about those things, and it feels right now, even though they're talking about theories that have been around and hoaxes and whatnot that have been around for 30 plus years or more. And I think people in many places are in a state of despair. And I think this play dramatizes that despair and the things that can make it go astray very well. And if you can't find it in your heart to at least understand how this despair manifests itself and this loneliness and what people do to sort of ease their loneliness and how wrong that could go, then we are at risk of doing what has happened, which is people weaponizing that despair and aligning people's despair and turning it to active rage or whatever to do some of the things that are happening today in the socio-political landscape that is our country today. He sort of encapsulates it in this tiny little story that just explodes off the stage, quite literally.
Bug is what we are talking about, the Tony Award-nominated show. 4 nominations for actress leading in a play for Carrie Coon, also for lighting design,
Heather Gilbert,
and scenic design.
Takeshi Kata, also an American Players Theater alumnus, and he's designed many plays here in Milwaukee.
I love the Wisconsin connection to this. And then, obviously, you for sound design for a play. So,
Heather's been at the Rep, too. I did a show with Heather some years back. Heather's nominated twice this year, also for The Fear of 13. And we all know each other. I know Tak from American Players Theater initially. We've become very good friends over the years, but this is all very much a Milwaukee-Chicago affair.
He is Josh Schmidt, now Tony Award-nominated sound designer, and you can enjoy him. Pretty much you open a playbill in this town, and you'll see your name in it, and I love it. So congratulations and continued creative success to you.
Thank you very much, Sandy.
Root for Josh Schmidt, Milwaukee man, to win for Best Sound Design for a Play at the Tony Awards on Sunday. Look for him on the red carpet at the Tony Awards, accompanied by Milwaukee cellist and composer Janet Schiff of 1913. More Tony Awards insights from a Tony Award winner himself and Milwaukee native and Marquette alumnus, Anthony Crivello, joins me next on What's on Tap.
Amazon Business. With smart business buying, innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
If you're looking to upgrade your bath or shower, Abbey Home can do it all in one day. We pull all the permits, tear everything down to the studs, and leave you with a beautiful lifetime warranted system that's turnkey. Grab bars, a seat, new fixtures, and a shower door. Right now, get 50% off installation with Abbey Home. And if somebody asks you if you know a guy in the business, you can say no, but I know a girl. Go to abbyhome.com today. Or give us a call, 414-436-ABBY. That's 414-436-2229.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. You know, it's been more than 3 years since we got our garage door from J.D. Griffiths, and it still looks brand new. I'm telling you, it's quiet, it's smooth, and honestly, I didn't realize how much of a difference a quality door would make until we upgraded. J.D. Griffiths, they've been doing it for decades. They're local, trusted, and they handle everything. Try the website, jdgriffiths.com/WTMJ. Schedule your free consultation from J.D. Griffiths.
Vince Vitrano here. That feeling after an incredible performance, applause, emotion. You look around and realize everyone just experienced something unforgettable together. UPAF makes those moments possible, supporting local performing arts organizations and arts education programs throughout our community. The arts don't just entertain us, they connect us. Join me in supporting UPAF's annual campaign. New or increased gifts of $1,200 or more matched by Northwestern Mutual. Donate today at upaf.org.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. Talking about the Tony Awards, and one of those voices you hear is a Tony Award winner from Milwaukee, Anthony Crivello, who joins me now live from California. How are you, Anthony?
I'm fine, Sandy. How are you doing?
I am great. And Kiss of the Spider Woman is the show that you won your Tony Award for. So I still love to give you a congratulations, even though it's decades later. That's quite an accomplishment. And I have to think that the Tony Awards, obviously, as an aspiring actor and a working actor, it's one of those pinnacles you reach for. But I have to think that the shine never really goes away, and it's an exciting time of year anytime if you're a true performer and a true theater lover.
It is, and it is the thing. It's the brass ring that performers reach for and dream of, and I'm so happy and pleased for the Tony Awards this year is just a reflection of the artistic talent that is in the Midwest. That's at Chicago, Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Madison, and now Spring Green. And congratulations to the American Players Theater and Brenda, Artistic Director Brenda DeVita and Managing Director Sarah Young are going to get that special Tony Award this year for excellence in regional theater. I mean, it's just a tremendous, and deservedly so, tremendous feather in their cap.
And what does it really mean for regional theater to be recognized like that?
When you're acknowledged like that, and it really singles you out, and they continued the original dream and vision that Randall Duck Kim had, and when he started that theater, and it's a real jewel box to have in the state of Wisconsin. And it just goes to show, as I was listening to the interview with Josh Schmidt, who's a friend as well, and Josh, extremely talented man, and it just shows the quality of the talent, the depth of the artistic ability of people in the Midwest, and you have a theater now that is being acknowledged in the exact same way for the excellence that they present season after season.
And I think sometimes people think, well, it's the Tony Awards. What does it have anything to do with me in Milwaukee or here in Wisconsin? And to have heard Josh Schmidt talking about all the people that he collaborated with and seeing other people that you're familiar with. And Mark Clements, Artistic Director of the Milwaukee Rep, was in with me yesterday talking about his picks.
Yep.
And he remembers seeing Carrie Coon in one of her first performances at the Renaissance Theater Works after she had graduated from UW-Madison. So it is really interesting to hear all of these threads weaving together. And I love hearing you say, yeah, Josh is, of course, a friend of mine because we've all worked together in this way. So that is a great way to hear how the celebration of world-class theater excellence in the Tony Awards does affect us here and does involve us here in Wisconsin.
And it's in your backyard.
Yeah.
It's there available to be seen. And what it does is it serves as an inspiration for the next generation of young artists that want to be performance artists live on stage, or designers as well in this case. As Josh was saying, not only Josh, but Takashi Kata, he mentioned Heather Gilbert as well. These are all people that are in that Midwest connection. And the great thing about it is those theaters provide a platform for them to exercise their art and to continue to grow.
And also let the rest of the world know that Milwaukee and Wisconsin really is a creative community and the breeding ground for some of the most talented people and different perspectives.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
So when we come back in a minute or two, I'll get your picks because I want to hear, since we chatted on Tony Nominations Day, if any of your picks have evolved or if you caught any other buzz. But I want to ask you, what is that period really like between Nomination Day, since you've been a nominee, and Tony Night really like? What has this month been like?
It involves a lot of publicity. It involves a lot of handshaking. It's nerve-wracking to say the least. It is, Broadway this season the grosses were just under $2 billion with a B dollars. There's a lot at stake, and again, it's the pinnacle, of one of the pinnacles of theater in North America and around the world. There's no doubt about it.
Anthony Crivello, Tony Award winner from Milwaukee, proud Marquette University alumnus. And your roots go so deep here. We could just go on and on with all of the good neighborhood connections that you have. We're going to find out when we come back if you're still hot on The Lost Boys, Laurie Metcalf, and June Squibb. So stay with us here on What's on Tap with our Tony Awards preview.
Everywhere you turn, it's plus, plus, plus. But at Hassellus Mattress, nobody has more plus than us. Our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $293. Plus, through Monday, get a free adjustable base. Plus, a huge selection of Beautyrest, Sealy Posturepedic, and other big-name brands. Plus, free next-day delivery and setup. Plus, employee-free showrooms. Whew! All these pluses have me feeling nonplussed. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hassellus.com.
Hey there, I'm Sandy Maxx, talking Tony Awards, the best of Broadway. Other awards of excellence have been earned recently. Big news for Three Pillars Senior Living Communities. They've just been named one of the best senior living communities in the country by U.S. News & World Report, the only community in Wisconsin to earn best in every single category: best continuing care retirement community, independent living, assisted living, and memory care. And what makes that also meaningful? The rankings are based on feedback from the people who live there and their families. So if you or a loved one are looking around, exploring a more supportive, connected lifestyle, Three Pillars should absolutely be on your list. Learn more, schedule a tour, threepillars.org.
Picture this: a perfect summer evening, great friends, and dinner on the patio overlooking a beautiful course. That's Racine Country Club. More than golf, it's a place to relax, gather, and belong. A new energy is here, and you're invited to experience it. From great food to unforgettable events, it's a lifestyle built around community. Whether it's a quick 9 after work, dinner with friends, or a weekend with family, Racine Country Club offers something for everyone, year-round. Discover what's new at Racine Country Club. Visit racinecountryclub.com.
Mark Olson here. Now is the time to declare your independence from the outdated kitchen during the Redo Cabinets 4th of July event. Redo Cabinets, where hundreds of homeowners have discovered the benefits of refacing old kitchen cabinets, celebrates America's 250th birthday. Redo Cabinets, where you'll find premium cabinet facings made here in the USA, and you could choose from dozens of colors, various hardware, and accessory selections. During the Redo Cabinets 4th of July celebration, get $1,776 off your entire cabinet project and a free backsplash, and no payments for 12 months. That's right, no payments until 2027. Incredible savings. Call us today for a free, no obligation consultation. Redo Cabinets, 414-677-6417. That's 414-677-6417. Or visit us online at redocabinets.com. Don't replace it, redo it with Redo Cabinets.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guest, Abby Home. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. Yet at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
There's a cobblestone street and a little red door and 3 flights up is Marta waiting there.
The voice of Tony Award winner Anthony Crivello. Not only singing there, but joining me live right now on What's on Tap with a Tony Awards preview. And Anthony, I want to know who you think is going to take home some awards or who you're rooting for. Because you have been involved in the theater for so long, is it, do you not want to back a winner and tell your friends who you are or aren't rooting for?
No. I mean, I'll make. Listen, every single one of them. It's so subjective sometimes with this kind of thing to say, oh, you know, what is the best show? Who is the best actor?
Absolutely.
I mean, they're all wonderful. And that's why they're nominated. And you know, and so it is a sort of a shame that you have to pick one. You know, but it also, that's what fuels Broadway. That's what fuels box office. And then, you know, hopefully, you know, but what happens sometimes is the voters, they'll try and spread the wealth. And hopefully that's the case, so that these productions, not only can they continue on Broadway, but then you'll see touring productions or regional productions of the same.
You were feeling some love for the Lost Boys on nomination day. Are you still feeling the vibe?
I am. Schmigadoon is a beloved show too. And I know that Titanic and Two Strangers Carrying a Cake Across New York have gotten some wonderful publicity, but I think Lost Boys, is sort of still in the lead and has a great momentum. I got to say the same thing for their director, Michael Arden, for Lost Boys. I think that it's going to be there's a lot of competition in that, and the best direction of a musical. Michael Arden lead the Bessonnet, Christopher Gattelli, Tim Jackson as well, and Zalton Livingston and Bill Ross for Cats, that revival of the Jellicle Ball. But I think that Michael Arden is going to take home the prize.
And what else? What other categories do you watch in particular?
Well, I always look at those featured categories as well, because that's where, I was fortunate enough to win a Tony. I had said that, June Squibb in the featured actress in a play, that, that's a sentimental favorite, and she's one of the oldest nominees ever, I believe at age of 93. But my sources are telling me that Laurie Metcalf's performance in Death of a Salesman as Linda Lohman is fantastic, and I got a feeling that Laurie Metcalf, who has a long history in the theater as well as television film, but a long history in the theater, that this may be her year. Another performer that I had the pleasure of working with, I think, in a featured actor in a play. There's a lot of wonderful actors there, and Danny Burston is a friend of mine and Major Prime as well. Ruben Santiago, Hudson, and Joan Turner's Come and Gone. But I got a feeling, Richard Thomas, that this could be sort of a year for him in The Ballisters, which I hear is just a tremendous play. And I'm also going Ballisters for the best play as well.
Interesting, because I'll tell you, I did get to see Richard Thomas when he toured with To Kill a Mockingbird, and he was incredible. Yeah, he's an incredible actor and performer. Well, thank you so much for your insights. Where will you be watching the Tony Awards on Sunday night, Anthony? Oh, from home. I do want to say two other things. I think it's Nathan Lane as Willie Loman, Death of a Salesman, and Death of a Salesman is best revival of a play. But I'll be at home watching it as well. With the volume turned up, because there's going to be some good performances. A chorus line. And you were absolutely right. Having Pink as the host is just a feather in on Broadway's cap and for the Tony Awards. Yeah, I think it's going to be a spectacle. I think she just said in People magazine that she won't be the only one doing stunts. So expect to see lots going on. Anthony Crivello, we hope to see you again back here in your hometown soon, and enjoy every minute of the Tony Awards on Sunday. Thank you so much, Sandy. God bless. Thank you. And we will welcome Skylight Music Theater's Executive Director, Susan Varela, who herself has tread the boards on Broadway with her picks and your invitation to the Skylight Music Theater Tony Awards watch party. That's after we check in with the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here is Jen Gregg.
Thanks, Sandy. A teen will spend his life behind bars for killing a 5-year-old in Milwaukee. 18-year-old Eric Mendoza was sentenced to life in prison today for the murder of Prince McCree. Mendoza and David Pietera beat and strangled McCree before hiding his body in a dumpster in 2023. Mendoza will be eligible for parole in 50 years. A man in Racine has been arrested after an investigation for possession of child pornography. 20-year-old Brian Ayala has been charged with 16 felony counts after investigators received a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and seized multiple devices from his home. He was arrested near 25th Street and Jean Avenue in Racine this morning. He is currently being held on a $250,000 bond. And the City of Milwaukee Health Department is currently monitoring 3 very low-risk travelers for Ebola as a precaution. Health officials confirmed there are no suspected cases of Ebola in Milwaukee and no public health concern. The CDC says there are currently no confirmed cases of Ebola in the U.S. after an outbreak of the disease in remote areas of the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Uganda. During the last Ebola outbreak between 2014 and 2016, MHD monitored 39 low-risk contacts. None of those individuals contracted the disease. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic, it looks like traffic is a bit backed up over on I-94 eastbound. Traffic looks to be slowing down around 70th Street all the way to 35th Street. So take it easy and watch out. Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy and humid. A chance of showers and storms mainly later, a low of 65. Saturday, partly cloudy, warm and humid, a high of 81. Sunday, partly cloudy, a high of 75. Monday, mostly cloudy with rain likely, a high of 72. Tuesday, chance of early showers, partly cloudy, very warm and humid, a high of 81. In Green Bay, it's 79. In Madison, it's 74. And in Milwaukee, 74 degrees. I'm Jen Gregg. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 6:32.
Discover your new favorite city, Milwaukee. Catch a sunrise over Lake Michigan. Sip your way through craft breweries. And dive into a dining scene that's turning heads. From museums and music to thrilling sports teams and buzzing nightlife, Milwaukee delivers all season long. Good things are always brewing on the Fresh Coast. The expert guides at visitmilwaukee.org have everything you need to fully plan every detail. Whatever it is you'd like to do in Milwaukee. Plan your trip today at visitmilwaukee.org.
Attention Merle girls, your summer gift with purchase is available now at Merle Norman Cosmetic Studios. Shop the new Mediterranean-inspired shades of our Italian summer collection and the latest skincare to qualify. Your gift features trial sizes facial cleansing wipes, foundation primer plus, lasting cheek color, and plush lip liner. Available now while supplies last at Merle Norman Salon, Brookfield Square. Free with the purchase of 2 or more Merle Norman cosmetic products. Cosmetic accessories not included. Offer valid while supplies last or participating Merle Norman Cosmetic Studios only. Limit 1 per customer. We reserve the right to modify the gift if needed. Promotion not available at merlenorman.com.
Are you sick and tired of overpriced fish fries? I am. I recommend the fish fry at the Mine Shaft restaurant in Hartford. WTMJ's John Mercure. The haddock fish fry is all you can eat, $8.99. You'll pay twice that at other restaurants. I love the Mine Shaft fish fry. After a long week, escape from your kitchen with a cold beverage and a delicious all-you-can-eat fish fry. Desserts are buy one, get one free, and a kids menu starts at $3.99. And those kids can safely play in the world-class game room, quietly set away from the dining area while you finish up your meal. Take your family to the Mine Shaft today for the all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry at just $8.99. It's an incredible value. That's a crazy low price. The Saturday breakfast buffet is all you can eat for under $10. The Mine Shaft in downtown Hartford, lots of seating, lots of close parking. Also in Oshkosh near the EAA. Dig into that all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry today. Serving from 10:30. Arrive early. Beat the rush. Google the Mine Shaft restaurant and enjoy that fish fry.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
This is Brian Wickert here with my son David, Accunet's president and chief metaphor officer. What do you have for us this time?
Dad, for a lot of sellers, selling their home is like handing over a family photo album. Every room in that house has a birthday memory or a trombone lesson or that last Mother's Day brunch before the kids moved out. The seller isn't just transferring a deed, they're saying farewell to a chapter of their life.
So buyers need to walk through the front door with that in mind.
Absolutely. It's not just a financial transaction. It's a transfer of trust. Sellers and their agents are looking to say yes to the buyer who is strong enough and safe enough to make good on their offer.
So what does that look like in practice?
It looks like a rock-solid, guaranteed pre-approval and a thoughtfully crafted offer that tells the seller, I will show up.
Because when the seller is deciding who will get the keys and the metaphorical family photo album,
you want them to feel the best about handing them to you.
Get started with your rock-solid pre-approval by clicking on the blue button today at Accunet.com.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Getting Ready Rag.
Oh, we are getting ready. That is from Ragtime, a nominated revival musical this year for Tony Awards, and been talking about the Wisconsin connections to the 2026 Tony Awards, and some of you might be surprised at just how many there are. And in the studio with me now is a talented actress who has now become one of our cultural leaders here in Milwaukee, who has been on Broadway herself as Fantine. Susan Varela, Executive Director of Skylight Music Theater, joins me with her Tony Awards picks and, of course, an invitation for everybody to watch the Tony Awards in your beautiful space at Skylight Music Theater.
That is right. Hi, Sandy.
Welcome.
It's so great to be here. Thanks for having me.
It is absolutely my pleasure. And as someone who's been truly on Broadway, Is this truly the Super Bowl of theater? Is this, all the things, Christmas and New Year's Eve and Halloween all wrapped up together?
Yes, this is Broadway's biggest night. And yes, I am thrilled and humbled to have been part of the Broadway community for 20 years. My husband, Andrew Varela, and I have both have Broadway credits. And it's so exciting. I mean, to be there in New York City, to be among it is exciting. But the broadcast itself, like, who doesn't love an award show? There's so much good to mine from that, and so we're very excited.
And I feel like the award show, the Tony Awards, have been particularly smart this year to make sure that it will be because I think that's one of the criticisms of the Emmys and the Oscars is it's not really that entertaining. It doesn't showcase the product itself, whereas Tony Awards, not only will you get to see snippets of these nominated plays and musicals, but they're being really smart. Pink is hosting.
Yes, which is great.
A spectacular singer, a spectacular theater presence and physical presence. Then they're celebrating different anniversaries of A Chorus Line, of Chicago, of Book of Mormon, and Leslie Odom Jr. is going to be singing in memoriam a song from Rent.
Yeah,
so
that's so much good there.
You're not going to feel like I don't know what's going on here.
Right.
Like it really is going to be an entertaining show. That will turn us on to some of the picks. So tell us some of your insights and what's exciting you about the Tony Awards.
Well, I am so thrilled with the Wisconsin connection that you talked about. We have Andre DeShields, who went to UW-Madison. Oh. He is a Tony Award winner. I
would say, just to pause for a second, if you don't know who Andre DeShields is, I absolutely love him. He was the narrator in Hadestown, which is one of my all-time favorite musicals. And when I found out there was a Wisconsin connection to Andre DeShields, I was like, oh, I want to hug him even more. He's just spectacular.
And I've had the good fortune of working with him. When the Overture Center opened in Madison in 2004, they invited a few of us that were Wisconsin born and bred to participate in the opening ceremonies. And so I got to sing and do this concert, this opening gala with Andre DeShields. So he was such a humble man, so wonderful. Of course, he's done The Full Monty on Broadway. He's done Hadestown, won a Tony for that. And now he is nominated for Cats, which is one of my favorites. I know, people either make fun of Cats or but it's just like you can't get over how great that score is and just how exciting it is. And they have found a way to revive Cats in such a contemporary, wonderful way. And Andre DeShields is playing Old Deuteronomy in that. And so who knows? Maybe he's going to take another Tony home. So he's a Wisconsin connection.
It's somebody to root for, definitely.
That's right. I'm rooting for the show. I'm rooting for Andre DeShields. Carrie Coon is nominated for Bug for one of the plays. And she also went to UW-Madison. She worked here in Milwaukee at Renaissance Theater Works. And she, was coming up in her career in Chicago and in Milwaukee. So that's very exciting.
I have two quick things to say about that. And for Carrie Coon, if you don't immediately recognize the name, you've seen her on your smaller screen in The White Lotus recently. She's in The Gilded Age. It's spectacular in that.
Yes. The Leftovers on HBO from a few years back. That was when I first discovered her.
And Mark Clements from Milwaukee Rep was in yesterday, and he was talking about how he had seen Carrie Coon at Renaissance Theater Works, and truly think about all the experience that he has in theater all around the world. He went, wow, she's outstanding.
Oh yeah, she's something special.
Which is
That's
magic.
Incredible.
And then I was doing research today on Facebook, and Andre DeShields and Carrie Coon performed together in Madison. I want to say around 2006.
Oh, get out.
I closed the window on my screen, but I meant to cut and paste that so I would be able to say exactly what that show was. But again, these wonderful threads that Wisconsinites are truly part of the worldwide fabric of the best in theater.
I agree. And one of the nominees for Best Revival, Chess is on Broadway right now. Not a lot of Tony Award nominations for that show, but it is a beloved favorite that they have brought back, and they created a few new roles for this new production of it. And one of them is the CIA agent played by Sean Allen Krill, who he himself was a Tony nominee a few years ago for Jagged Little Pill, but he played George in Sunday in the Park with George at Skylight Music Theater. And so there's so many connections, and there he is on Broadway. I'm hoping he's a presenter.
Ooh,
I'll have to reach out to him.
Oh, how exciting. So more people. What's his name again?
Sean Allen Krill.
Sean Allen Krill, another Wisconsinite to root
Yes. Yeah. So, all those connections are very exciting. And then, of course, with Chess and Cats and The Lost Boys, which now they've made a Broadway musical out of that 80s, iconic horror/romance. I feel like the 80s are back.
Yeah.
The 80s are calling to us, which is, very right up my alley. So I am rooting for Best New Musical for The Lost Boys, actually, because of that. And also because Shoshana Bean is one of the leads in that. She is a Tony nominee. And my husband, Andrew, got to do the premiere of Beaches when they did that in Chicago. Years ago. Shoshana and Andrew played opposite each other. She's a lovely person. People might recognize Shoshana Bean more from Wicked. She was Elphaba in Wicked on the tour, I believe, in New York as well. And she's one of those voices that when you hear it, you know it. And she's really remarkable.
You aren't alone in your love for the Lost Boys. I just spoke with Anthony Crivello, Tony Award winner, Milwaukee born and bred. And I talked to him on nomination day for the Tonys, and he was all about the Lost Boys. And
good.
I asked him if his opinion had changed. He's like, nope. So
that's so exciting.
You have that in common. So we're going to talk more Tony Awards predictions and how you can just have a great time on Tony Awards night in the right place at a Tony Awards watch party at Skylight Music Theater, and what all the hostess with the mostest, Susan Varela, has in store for that party. That is coming up. Stay with us on What's on Tap.
We demand a lot of our shoulders and hands, our hips and knees, our backs and feet. They do life's heavy lifting, so we owe them the greatest attention in return. The Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network provides expert orthopedic and spine care to help you move, lift, turn, and reach with the most possible ease. Whether you have a sports-related injury or a nagging condition that just won't go away, excellence should always be an option. So we make our care available in nearby locations and offer same-day ortho and spine appointments when relief can't wait. It's how to recover quicker, prevent small concerns from becoming big ones, and solve complex issues with the expertise you can only get with academic medicine. We're given just one body, so let's tend to it, check in on it. Let's give it the greatest of care, because when it's tuned up and injury-free, we can always be pushing ahead. To learn more about our nationally recognized orthopedic and spine care, visit Froedtert.com/ortho.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we know you do things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can easily find the products you need and trust at unbeatable prices? Right now, during our June farm sale, save $2 on assorted Purina horse feed. Save $70 on a 50-pint Perfect Air dehumidifier. And assorted Carhartt work boots are 25% off. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
This message reaches 1 million people or more every week. Spreading the gospel is more than one voice speaking to 1 million. It is and must continue to be 1 million voices, each speaking to one, pointing them to our friend Jesus.
The Lutheran Hour with Dr. Michael Ziegler.
The Lutheran Hour, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on WTMJ.
Do you know the definition of insanity? Why keep putting asphalt shingles on to go through the pain of hail damage, insurance claims, and storm chasers? Let's do it once and do it right with metal roofing from Abbey Home. We've all made bad decisions, but as long as we learn from it, it won't cost us twice. Choose a stone-coated metal roof this time. Right now, get 50% off installation. That's 50% off installation. And if somebody asks you if you know a guy in the business, you can say no, but I know a girl. Go to abbyhome.com today. Or give us a call, 414-436-ABBY. That's 414-436-2229.
Looking to see the world in style? Insight Vacation Journeys are now open for booking through Fox World Travel. Insight redefines travel with business class style motor coaches featuring extra legroom and smaller group sizes for ultimate comfort. From farm to table dining to expert-led tours, you'll truly connect with local cultures. Plus, ask about our upcoming Fox Group vacations for even more exclusive ways to travel. We handle every detail so you can simply relax. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO Fox Go.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
New York, I'm already talking the talk in New York.
You are hearing a sample of one of the buzziest musicals that is up for a Tony Award nomination. Susan Varela Executive Director of Skylight Music Theater, joins me for one more segment here as we give a Tony Awards preview with picks and a party that everyone is invited to. But
That's right.
Susan, what are you hearing about this musical, Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York?
Oh my gosh, a friend of mine saw it. So I haven't been to New York for a minute, but a friend of mine saw it and just thought it was great. That the music was great. They had a fantastic time. I'm a music theater girl, so I like to be entertained. Not that music theater, can't challenge or educate you, but I love to just go and feel like, oh my gosh, that was so much fun, and that's the vibe that I get.
I
about
have
this.
heard all rave reviews,
Yes.
and I invoke Mark Clements from Milwaukee Rep, who joined me yesterday, and he said that he saw it and just went all in.
Oh, that's great.
And when you think about, if you can get people of your caliber, when you're executive directors, when you're in the business world, and when you're directing, and when you're managing all these details in
People
the real
that are
business
insiders,
theater world, yeah.
right.
If your escapism, you're fully bought in
Yes.
and have a great time. I also teased him. I'm like, it's about an Englishman in New York, which I'm sure you've been more than once.
Yes,
but,
I was going to say.
but
He's
no,
kind
he
of got us.
It wasn't the gimme, but I'm hearing all great things. So I look forward to hopefully seeing a performance from that show. Plus, it's just
Yeah,
a
me
fun
too.
name. Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York.
I know,
What-
fantastic.
What more do you need to know? But
I
it's
know.
a deeper story than that. Before we get to the party invitation, I do want to mention that American Players Theater has been announced. They are the recipient of the 2026 Regional Theater Tony Award, which means they get a $25,000 grant and this honor. You have experience being part of a theater that has gotten that Tony Award. We even have a photo of you holding that
Yes.
Tony on our
I
YouTube
look
live
like
stream.
a baby. Yes, it's so exciting, and congratulations to APT. Well deserved.
Yeah.
I was at the Denver Center Theater for the Performing Arts when for the Tony Award-winning season, and so in advance of the broadcast that you are being honored, and the producers went all out in having this huge blowout party for us. And then when the Tony came back to the Denver Center, they had all of the casts that were part of the company that year pass it from person to person to person to put it on the display
Aw,
stand
so
so
everybody
that
gets
we
to
were
touch
part
it.
of it. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we all got a little photo shoot with it. It was very exciting. It was very lovely of them to include all of us. And it's really such an honor. So there's another little spotlight on Wisconsin.
It really
Not
is.
little spotlight. There's a huge spotlight on Wisconsin for us to celebrate on Sunday evening.
Yes, and that'll be, you won't see it during the regular broadcast. It's a televised pre-show event for
Right.
the regional theater. But if you want to watch the whole broadcast with a whole lot of fun people, Susan, you and the Skylight Music Theater team, you are leaning all the way into this theme party.
That is right.
Tell us what to expect on Sunday night at Skylight Music Theater.
Well, we all love Broadway. We all love music theater. We're all going to watch it anyway. So let's get together. So this is the third year in a row we've done this. But this time we're going all out. We're saying, everybody show up. We're going to have a red carpet with yours truly, Sandy
I will
Maxx.
be there
will
with
be there
Ryan J.
with-
Reviews. I have
yes.
my sequins ready. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my gosh, me too. High five on sequins. So we're going to get dressed up. There's going to be a red carpet, a champagne arrival for our VIPs, and lots of performances from our Skylight favorites, as we call them. Performers are going to get up during the broadcast. Well, before the broadcast, there'll be, appetizers and drinks flowing. Socializing, all the fun, and then and
being
some
seen,
performances.
because that's why I love that you're also having the red carpet, because
Yes.
it is really that lean into the glamour and the fun.
Agreed.
And meet other
And the
people,
showbiz.
like-minded people. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, agreed. And then during the broadcast, we will have some games. We've got some trivia games. We've got to name that tune. And we're going to have performances from
But
our
it's
Skylight
stacked.
favorites.
You've got like 15 different
Yes.
really stellar singers who, in that 2-minute commercial break, are going to be
Are going to get out there and
singing
sing, right?
on stage.
And then when the broadcast starts up again, that's it. You're cut off. We're getting the hook. You're pulling out. Yep, you're off stage. So we think it's going to be really fun. I'm certain that it's going to be a great party.
It's an affordable ticket. It's $20. Spend the rest of the money on your glam if you want, or on some
That's
champagne
right.
at the bar. But how exciting will it be if some of our Wisconsin connections do win, and you can be there to cheer them on?
Oh my gosh,
and
so much fun.
Like we say, it's interesting to celebrate live theater in a live theater.
Yes.
With live theater fans.
That's right. So I think it's going to be great. We're partnering with Pride Fest for the first time this year. And so we are going to have some contests at Pride Fest this weekend that you can win tickets to our event on Sunday, or you can win tickets to a Skylight show next season.
Fun.
And so people, if you're coming out to Pride Fest, I'm leaving from here. I'm going to Pride Fest and I'll be at the Skylight booth right inside the mid gate. And that should be super fun as well. So we're looking forward to that partnership and to all the fun that's going to happen on Sunday nights.
Skylight Music Theater Executive Director Susan Varela and Broadway veteran. Can we say that?
Yes, of course.
Proudly we could say that. Of Les Mis, Fantine.
Yeah.
Congratulations on all that you do to make Milwaukee as vibrant as it is for musical theater. And we look forward to seeing you. I definitely look forward to seeing you on Sunday night for the Tony Awards watch party.
That's right. I look forward to it.
And Pink is hosting the Tony Awards. So pulling out a Pink tune for the song you need to hear. Next on What's on Tap.
When we were kids on the farm growing up, there was a weed, yellow rocket, but we always slanged it mustard.
Ben and Arvid from Penny Mustard Furnishings.
Dad would just have us pick them, and he paid us a penny a plant.
Yeah.
Somebody had seen the story about us picking mustard.
One of the people that was submitting names.
One of the people that was submitting
contest.
names for the contest submitted the name Penny Mustard. Actually, 2 people submitted that name.
Yeah.
When we narrowed it down to 50 names or so, we kind of just looked at it, and I'm like, there it is. This is it. It's Penny Mustard.
It was glaringly obvious to us.
PennyMustard.com.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters, with care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home, beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Experience 90 years of history this week at the Fox and Hounds, the Up North Timbered Supper Club near Holy Hill. WTMJ's John Mercure here. It is my favorite place. Make some great memories at the Fox and Hounds. The Friday haddock fish fry is all you care to eat and one of the best. All other dinners are buy one, get one free. The pan-fried walleye, that's so good. The pecan-crusted salmon, my wife loves that. The spinach and cheese tortellini, the surf and turf, any entree, all buy one, get one free. Try the ribs. Desserts are buy one, get one free. Relax with an old-fashioned. Choose from 20 bourbons, more than 120 wines from around the world. Rustic bar, 8 unique dining rooms. The Fox and Hounds cuddles the Kettle Moraine Forest near Holy Hill. The summer drive is a Wisconsin must-see. Escape from your kitchen with a free dinner at the Fox and Hounds, serving from 4 p.m. Dine early. Saturday, buy one prime rib dinner, get one free. Enjoy Saturday lunch from 11 till 2. Visit foxandhoundsrestaurant.com. Call and reserve your free dinner.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guest, Abby Home. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. And at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ. You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
All right, the Tony Awards are Sunday night. It will be a spectacle. You know how I know, because Pink is hosting. And if you've ever seen a Pink concert or video of her, you know she's not afraid of heights, of gravity, and she is gymnastic in her performances. And at People Magazine, she just told them, there'll be stunts at the Tony Awards Sunday night, and it won't just be me. And she's also going to be part of a 30th anniversary performance dedicated to the musical Chicago. So I think there's a lot to look forward to now that Pink is involved at the Tony
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex